Hello everybody and welcome to What About the Game. Today I'm going to be talking about Shadow Puppeteer on the Wii U eShop. So I'd not actually heard of Shadow Puppeteer until its release on the Wii U, but apparently it was a PC game that came out a couple of years ago. The story is about a young boy in a village, and one night a creepy old guy comes to visit. He plays this supernatural instrument which starts taking away the shadows of the villagers. Luckily for the boy, it doesn't quite work on him, it only half works. But anyways, now your shadow is independent of yourself, and you want to track down the old man to get the shadows back. As you can see, it has a very wonderful art style. Even if the animation and models are really simplistic, I think it looks lovely, like Tim Burton-esque, kind of depressing but cute at the same time. It's really nice. The music too is also pretty great. It has this like magical eeriness to it, like playful and moody at the same time. In fact, I can still hear the music in my head right now. The game's got a really interesting gimmick to it because there are two characters involved. The boy moves around in a 3D environment while the shadow moves on a 2D plane, the rule being that he can only walk on shadows projected by something. The boy and the shadow must work together to solve puzzles and progress through the levels. The puzzles are for the most part really simple, but I think they're effective enough. They're never over elaborate or anything. It usually involves making more shadows for your shadow self to walk on and to make progress. But it's a symbiotic relationship because the shadow can help out too. The game has the option to play single player or co-op, but you can really feel it was designed with two people in mind. Playing alone is a little awkward as you have to control the boy and the shadow at the same time. The left analog stick moves the boy and the right moves the shadow. The L button jumps for the boy and ZL is the action button. The opposites are for the shadow. Controlling them both at the same time is like rubbing your stomach and patting your head. It's not particularly easy and you'll often get muddled up, but it can be fun when you're allowed to take your time. The big problem though is when it comes to urgency, which is mostly the boss battles. They are much more frantic and you just can't take your time to step back and think about your movements. It transforms this nice tweak game into just unbelievable frustration, like almost insanity levels. You just can't be rushed like this when you're controlling two people at once. You're dodging projectiles, things are chasing after you, you're trying to jump between platforms. It's horrifically unbalanced for single player. It's possible to do, but not without trying a few dozen times and pulling your hair out. Thankfully, co-op is much less confusing. The controls are now more standard with two controllers, and the boss battles are still difficult, but it's less frustrating with two people working together. So yeah, personally I'd say the single player is out of the question, which is disappointing, but it's still a good co-op game, right? Well, it should be. It should be great, in fact. It should be the perfect game for parents playing with their kids. It should be, but it's not. Why? Well, they've taken what should be this great couch co-op game and they've brought it to its knees. They've destroyed it. You might have seen it already. The game performs absolutely abysmally. It's a technical mess. Always stuttering at the wrong moment anytime something happens. Not just occasionally, and I'm not over exaggerating, it is all the time. You pick up an orb, the game stutters. You make an important jump, the game stutters. You press a lever, the game stutters. You get the message. It's constantly happening at all the wrong moments, often results in your death. The game becomes borderline unplayable. I find it absolutely astounding that they thought this was fit to release. It's unbelievable. I mean, how can they think this is okay? There's even missing cutscenes. I have no idea what happened towards the end of the game because two cutscenes before the last didn't play. I couldn't tell you why I was facing the last boss. I have no clue what happened. It's really disappointing because, after playing for about 10 minutes, I had really high hopes for this game. I thought this could be like the eShop Game of the Year material, kind of like Typo Man, but actually I would not go near it on the Wii U. Okay guys, if you've enjoyed this video then like and subscribe for plenty more content from me. I promise I've got a lot more coming. I'm going to be really busy these next couple of weeks. Don't forget to read the full review of Shadow Puppeteer at whataboutthegame.com. It's a lot more in-depth. You can also add me on Facebook and Twitter if you want. The links are below. Thanks guys, bye bye.